Hi Libras, and welcome to your October 2019 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here, coming to you in person with my hands in this incredible time for you. So yes, content is changing up a little bit. We're doing things a little bit differently this month, but I kind of like coming here in real time to you guys and seeing how that is, how that goes, how we like it, and what's going on for you. So I hope y'all are ready for a great discussion about the energies coming in and about the tarot archetypes coming up for you in the month of October. We are moving into your time of the year. So of course, in a way, I am most excited to do your reading because I know that the energies that come through Libra are going to really resonate pretty much for everyone because we're moving into that time of the year. I hope that you guys have some great tea or coffee. I'm a little bit guilty. I've got Starbucks here today, so sponsor me Starbucks. That would make me very happy. I'm just kidding. So I am caffeinated and I've been trying to be on a health kick lately and I've been trying to do the whole celery juice thing, but not today. Anyways, what do I think in the month of October is coming for Libras? I think that you guys are sort of representing a type of calm in the zodiac this month. Like the other signs are kind of very rigid or very frantic right now. We've come from the mutable origami signature transits of September, and everyone has really seen what's not working anymore. Everybody has really been forced to see like what could work, and they've been forced to pursue that. So people are kind of in a transitional phase as usual as this time of the year. This is one of the most transitional times of the year in general. But being that we're coming from that, quintuple retrograde of the summer, moving into the origami signature of September, and finally having Saturn and Pluto be direct and Jupiter direct, we're finally able to look at things with fresh eyes, and we're finally able to see, what can I do? Who can I help? What do I need to do? And, how is it real now? So I think that Libra is faced with how their efforts or pursuits are real now. What is real in your life, Libra? What is connected? What is joyful in your life? I think that it's important to really think about what that is because I think that that's changed up for you, and I think that you will be surprised with what you see. It is coming back to your time of the year at the end of September, moving into October. So what that means for a Libra or someone with Libra in their chart is that you're going to get a solar deposit. So you're going to have more energy. You're going to feel more connected to your dreams, your hopes, your goals, your desires, and you're going to just feel like you can do more. Specifically on your birth date, you will feel especially like you have kind of gotten a new burst of energy. However, leading up to that period of time, it will be very fatigued, very quiet, and very simple. Okay, so things don't need to be overdone leading up to your birth date. About especially a week before your birthday, for those of you who are the Libra suns listening, you want to really take things easy, rest, sleep, calm down, and sort of wane, like the waning time of the moon. And you can sort of use that energy to really rest off whatever has worn you out over the past year because you're getting ready to start over again. So speaking of the moon, my new ebook Moon Symbols is officially out now. Y'all can check that in the description box below and order that if you like. It goes all into the moon and it's a great, great tool. But I'm sure you guys have heard somewhat about it by now. Anyway, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, and all is left to do is to cut them, which I'm going to go ahead and do because I'm interested to see what is coming up for Libra. So I just really want to affirm healing messages for all the Libras out there. I really want them to understand more of a direction here, getting out of the indecisiveness. I'm feeling an indecisiveness coming in for Libra, and I'm feeling that they need strong clarity on the direction of their life right now. So I'm just going to cut the cards based on that. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start laying out the spread. Hopefully I can keep it somewhat symmetrical. Y'all would be surprised at how difficult it is to get these things symmetrical because the camera really picks up every single little asymmetricality, we'll call it. Let's go ahead and turn on this light here. Okay. King of Wands is coming up, rooted down by Seven of Wands. Okay. Yeah, y'all are angry about something. Y'all are feeling anger or resentment towards somebody or something, and you are really forced to deal with that and face that now. You are you almost achieved something, or you almost felt like you reached a goal or got what you wanted, and then you felt confronted for that, or you felt opposed in being able to do that. This is also representative of the first week of October. So the first week of October, you have to care in how you use your energy. You're going to have this like strong desire to like go big or go home here in the first week of October. And I think that you need to exercise a bit of caution, exercise a bit of passivity here. That way you can, I don't know, strategize more, because something about Libra time that a lot of people forget is that it is a strategical time. It is a planning time. It is a, not so much a time of following through, but a time of, planning what I will do. So Libra is a cardinal sign. It wants direct action and it wants forward motion. And this is the frustration of Libra. It's like, I've got to plan, but at the same time, I want to do. I think that you guys have to be careful with, what do I want to say? You have to be careful with being too impulsive during the first week of October. All right. You have to be careful with, also not being honest with what you want. I think that with the Seven of Wands, there is a tendency to be reserved and a tendency to hold back. If you were to look at the card more closely, you would see, there's a frustration and an anger on his face, but he's reserved, he's blocked, he's not expressing what that's about. There's just this, feeling of things being upset or volatile, but we don't really know why. And that's because you feel that, people are against you, people are coming at you, people are not on your side. So you feel like you don't have to articulate that. But I always say with Seven of Wands, like, how can you articulate what you're going through? If you can't articulate this pain, or if you can't articulate this feeling of resentment, or, feeling like nobody's on your side, you've got to look at that and you've got to think, why can't I? Why can't I speak my truth to people? This is all about throat chakra, I think, for you, and communication. Can you communicate what's not working right? Because if you can't, it's never going to resolve itself. You're going to keep feeling like people are against you, even if they're not. And I've got to say that, Libra, I don't think people are as against you as you might think. I think that people are in your favor, and I think that people want to see you succeed, but I don't think they understand your pain, and I don't think they understand what you've been through. So they're very close to you, perhaps, but they don't understand. You're getting ready to spend a lot of energy. You're getting ready to blast off here. And if people don't understand what that looks like or what that motivation is, they're not going to be able to help you. They're not going to be able to give you any type of support or guidance that feels true or feels right. There's just going to build resentment there. So I challenge you in the first week of October to communicate through anything that is making you feel like you're misunderstood, or making you feel pent up or angry or resentful. Or if you feel resent from other people, like, talk about it. It's a really good communicative time in the first week of October. We've got a lot of things direct. Mercury's direct. Good time to figure things out, and a good time to breathe through it, Libra, because I just took the best deep breath I've had in a long time. So within your energy is this ability to take a great deep breath, to remember how beautiful something was before, these little things that were really beautiful in the past. You breathe them in, exhale them, and move on. You're moving into it's like the energy of a new moon when you have your birthday. It's like a new, you've let go of the past, and you've breathed in with that empty space, and you're preparing to fill it. Okay, I'm just going to take some coffee here. Okay, Libra. Let's look at this second week and the next energies that are coming up. Okay, we have Temperance. We love that during Libra time for you. This is kind of like a version of you. And we have King of Cups. Emotional balance. What rewards can come to you when that communication happens? Because you're not looking forward to having to say some of these things, but when you do, it just shows so clearly who's for you, who's against you. You know, people's true colors really show when you have to articulate the tough stuff. You know, that's something, it's hard. Even for me, like, and I've had to face this recently too. There's plenty of people in our lives who, you know, might have great personality traits, or might be super fun to be around, or might be super helpful and supportive at times. But it's crazy to see how people will turn and change really immediately when it gets uncomfortable for them. And again, I'm not saying you need to put people through discomfort, but a lot of people associate, you know, people articulating their truth or speaking about something that's been weighing heavily on them with something that's uncomfortable. And I think that you have to see that as like a red flag during this time. And through that, you know, the space starts to clear up for much more, I don't know, just syncopated, synergistic, balancing energy. I love it for you guys. You know, Libra, it's not been easy for you. And I need you guys to validate that for yourself, especially if you're watching this before your birthday. So especially if you're, you know, watching this right when it comes out towards the end of September, you know, before we get too far into Libra time, you need to see that this has not been the easiest time for you. And I think that you guys have accepted that. But can you smile or laugh at the things that went wrong now, you know, in the past? Can you gracefully shed the difficult, all-consuming emotional turmoil that you went through? Because that is turning into your most powerful weapon here. King of Cups and Temperance together is one of the most incredible combinations of energy, both upright, because it represents this sort of masterful control and wielding of the water element, and the ability to then use that for good. Because the water element, almost more than any other element, it can be wielded for not good. You know, people who have a very good use of water energy can be very deceptive. They can be, you know, very tricky, very illusory, very manipulative. But they can also completely overcome a difficult past. They can wash away any of the pain or burdens that they've been stricken by. They can not succumb to narcissism or psychic vampirism, or they can see through. They have the best x-ray vision through false words or false feelings or false... I'm hearing the word catastrophize, okay, and I'm kind of interrupting my speech bubble there. I think that maybe people have really catastrophized your input into their lives, Libra, and I think that this is a great time to see that and begin to build yourself your own utopia. I love the Temperance card lately because I think that people who have been getting it have really been able to set aside past traumas or past erratic energies in favor of their own personal utopia. So building a home or moving into a place or creating an environment that is just this incredible breath of air. And I think in the second week of October, you have that opportunity. I don't know, maybe you guys are getting birthday money, birthday something that, or just, you know, feeling that inspired where you can. But let's go ahead and see what's still coming up for you guys here. Page of Swords. Four of Wands. Yeah, things start to get a lot easier after you pass the second week of the month. You're starting out October. Things are feeling a little bit tense, a little bit, you know, confrontational. But again, it's that first week where that articulation has to happen, where that, you know, clear voice has to come through, and it sets the stage to really have a good time. I'm thinking third week of October for a lot of you, this is like birthday celebration. Four of Wands is all about celebration, overcoming something. A sigh of relief is what I think of with Four of Wands. And just enjoyment, spark of life, zest of life, being pulled to something. So what more can one ask for in such a sculpting period of time coming from such erratic energies? You guys are really doing well. You have the potentiality here in this month to do really, really well. And I think that maybe you hear of something, there's kind of a gossipy energy here, I won't lie. But I'm thinking that you hear something through the grapevine that's very positive. So people are talking well about you. I think that there's an increase in reputation here, perhaps, or an increase in renown. Perhaps you've done something that has garnered you favor from, your field, your family, these types of things. And I think that you're going to be celebrating that. Perhaps this could also be promotion or inheritance or investments of goodwill. It's this type of energy. And even if you're not, waking up with, $1 million in your bank account, there's some sort of goodwill investment, I feel, coming in for Libra in the month of October, whether that be money or faith or, just finally having closure. Closure isn't all bad. It's a very scandalous word in the spiritual community, I would say. One of our hot topic words up there with narcissism and psychic vampire and twin flame and soulmate. We got closure here. You have it though, Libra, and this is real closure. What I don't like about closure is that oftentimes we trick ourselves into thinking that this is closure when in reality it's a desperate attempt to restart things. But this feels like true closure for you, actually, because there is a lightness. You're not falsely attached to anything here in the third week. Yet there's a revisiting, and there is a taking of power from something a little bit old, medium old, I would say, in your life. So that feels to me to be true closure. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the fourth week for you here now. Okay, we have 3 of Pentacles. I love that. And then we have 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. Are these super unsymmetrical? At least I'm not doing the Virgo reading. I feel like my Virgos will have a fit if it's not super symmetrical. But we love them. We love our Virgos. Did you guys know that my progressed ascendant just went into Virgo? I'm a Leo rising, but it just went into Virgo. At 0 degrees, I don't know, a month ago. So I'm getting this perfect. Okay, that looks better. Here's your full spread, Libra. We're still going to get a central theme here in a minute. Fourth week, 3 of Pentacles rooted down by 2 of Swords. Too many people are involved. Too many people are involved in something that you're building up, to the point where you don't feel like you have executive control or authority over something. And that's how they perhaps want that. You can't see the actuality of something, and maybe this isn't bad. Maybe this isn't a terrible thing. Maybe there's something that you don't need to see here in the fourth week. Or if you're not able to see it, or if it doesn't feel very visible, I think you've got to... I don't know. That's kind of a crux type of energy there. And what do I mean by that? In the sense that 3 of Pentacles is really all about vision. It's all about looking at something. It's all about hitting the tripod and making the camera shake. I'm just kidding. Do you see kind of got a tripod there? It's all about vision. It's all about building something beautiful. And we have to use our senses and our, coordination to do that. Whereas 2 of Swords is this very blind, uncoordinated energy. So there's a juxtaposition for you in the fourth week, Libra, where you choose, am I going to see and be coordinated and calibrated in what I do, or am I going to choose dull, blurry, guarded energy? It's so easy when things get so good to have this crossroads here. Right? I don't think so. We're in Scorpio time by the time we get here, and we're getting deep into Scorpio time right at Halloween there in the fourth week. And I don't know, Libra. I think maybe it's good to like wear a costume with a blindfold, channel the energy in that way, and call it a day. Some humorous relief. Get some comedic relief going on in the fourth week. Watch, the comedy channel that you always like watching. Sign up for YouTube Red and get, ad-free YouTube streaming so you don't feel blindfolded by ads. I'm sure I've had a bunch on this video. Yay, YouTube! Yeah, I think you just got to make things easier on yourself, Libra. You're already doing that here. You're honest. Easy week. Crossroads week. Alright? Take the blindfold off, make your life easier. Invest a little bit in the ease of your life. Invest a bit in the security of your life, too. I think with Two of Swords, there is typically a feeling of insecurity, so we have to guard ourselves because we're afraid that we're too vulnerable. Alright? So, I don't know, invest in a bodyguard. I'm kidding. No, I think that you have to invest in what makes your vulnerability feel inherently safe. Okay? So, whatever that looks like for you, and that might be a good place to like journal for Libra. Like, what makes my vulnerability feel safe? What situations or environments do I feel safe in vulnerability? Invulnerability, I love that. You're kind of invulnerable here, Libra, which that's an interesting word. Let's think about the word invulnerable and the spiritual connotation of that, because we think of that actually in like a positive connotation, because we're like not susceptible to having our vulnerability exploited. So we're invulnerable. But when I'm doing this reading, I don't know, the word invulnerable actually sounds like quite negative, because there's no sense of softness, there's no sense of breathing, of exhale. There's just a sort of rigid stone Saturnian energy signature there. And I think that that's possible for Libra. Again, Saturn is exalted in your sign, so you know all about being invulnerable. Like, I'm the invulnerable Libra. I'm the only inanimate object of the zodiac. I'm stone. I'm the stone scales. Not this month, Libra. You've got to be a little bit vulnerable, and you've got to find the sweetness in things feeling this way. You've got to take this guard down, because there are people who are creating beautiful things, but I think that these people are these people too. You see how there's this like line of symmetry. When I do a tarot reading, it's not just about what cards come up, y'all. It's about the symmetries and how things are lining up. I'm taking into account this diagonal line here. I'm taking into account, this 1, 2, 3 here, the way that it goes through, because that says to me that, burst of energy, really great, celebrating, and then everything's too good to be true, right? And we end up here. It's not too good to be true, Libra. And I think that the key to understanding that lies in understanding how these two things connect. So how this confrontational, oppositional, resentment energy is connecting to this very creative, apprentice, teamwork, collaboration energy. It's all to do with other people. It's not so much about you yourself this month, Libra, which is the only potential problem, because this is your birth time of the year, so it's all about you, actually. But I think that too much of the focus is on other people. And now the cards are asymmetrical. Too much of the focus is on other people. And what does there leave for you? Well, let's check out your central theme and understand the contributing factor to everything, your card. How incredible. You can't make this up, guys. To get your card during your time of the year, Justice, as your central theme, how beautiful, spectacular. Everything will come out in your favor. This is second major arcana card of the reading. Temperance and Justice, they both are kind of Libra cards. You've got the 2 cups, the kind of an Aquarius energy, right? And then the 2 scales. But still the energy of balancing and integrating, which is all about Libra. You are divinely protected in the month of October, Libra. You are divinely protected so that you can make the changes that you need to make, so that you can celebrate what you need to do, and so that you can achieve true, healthy closure. All right? True, healthy closure. I want you to think about that too. What is true, healthy closure like for me? What space do I need to clear out so that I can start anew, so that I can start, moving through life in a more connected, less oddly vulnerable, less invulnerable way? Because, invulnerable looks sexy. It's gorgeous, but it's not happy. It's not connected. It's inanimate, right? And that's what you are, Libra. You are the only inanimate object in the zodiac, so you tend towards invulnerability because of that. But you're going to find your humanity here, and as we move into November, I'm feeling that your humanity becomes more and more a greater asset, because don't associate that with weakness or associate that with something bad. That's going to be a great experience for you. All right? Happy birthday, Libras. You are protected. You have, temperance, and then your major arcana card during your birth month. To me, says like guardian angel energy. Then also King of Wands. This is a party. Great birthday parties. Great birthday gifts. Great supportive people, even though I think they kind of don't understand what you're about right now. Just get past this guardedness and take the blindfold off. Look around you, and you will feel so sentient, so respected, and so gifted throughout this month. All right? Hit that thumbs up button if you love tarot, if you love Sky, or if you loved this reading, because through the thumbs up, I will know to keep posting them. And be sure to subscribe down below if you haven't before. If you would like to see, my new ebook, which has just released, which is about the moon, about using your moon sign, house of your moon, phase of your moon, as a great asset toward navigating life, as well as being able to understand other people's moons and how to, walk through with that information. So I have so enjoyed working on that. It will be linked below in the description box, as well as my website where you can book private readings, find other articles by me, and, all the social media, all of that. But yes, thank you guys so much for your likes, comments, and subscribes. They are what make YouTube work and what makes these videos be able to come again each month. So like, comment, subscribe if you get the opportunity. Tell me how this energy is going for you. Tell me if you have any great birthday plans for October. I'm a Scorpio, so my birthday's coming up in November. I need some better ideas for what to do for my own birthday, so be sure to mention that below. Thanks so much for being here, Libras. Much love. Check that description box. We'll talk soon. Bye.